inspire, lead, and develop. I'm one of your hosts, Lennox Blue. I'm also joined by
Dwayne Saffold.
and Art Richards.
one of our guys, Leonard Ringo, isn't here today. He had a dealing with, but hopefully he'll be in touch. He's supposed to call in today and give us his Ringo daily tip, so we'll be patiently awaiting that.
He's somewhere
Fellas,
eating.
welcome back, Wayne. Good to see you back. We're
Thanks,
glad
thanks for
everything
having me.
worked out with you with the family and stuff, and we still got you in our prayers, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Appreciate it.
All right, Mr. Richards,
What's going
what
on?
we
my
talking
brother?
about today, bro?
Well, trying to see who good enough for your daughter out here, man. I mean, I know we got a lot of issues going on with our youth today.
Yeah,
And a lot of times our young men are not living up to well, I would say my expectations of them,
right, right, right.
and I know it's a lot of times I tend to look at my life and how I came up, and
Hmm.
of course, I certain years of my life I was a knucklehead,
Right,
you
right.
know what I'm saying, and but kind of faded out of that life and took life more serious. It seems like our youth today is taking a little bit more time to take it serious.
Hmm.
So I'm looking to see what are my daughter's options out here.
Right,
You
right,
know what I
right.
mean?
Exactly. Yeah,
And yeah, so that's something we gonna I would like for us to talk about today.
yeah. Cool,
Because I
cool.
know and we talking about the child rearing. It's
Yeah,
much much
yeah.
much much
It's
much 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 different
Yeah,
big
than
time,
when
big
we
time.
came
big
up.
time,
You
big
know,
time. Yeah,
a lot of times we got a lot of laws now that's prohibiting us to be the parents that we would like to be.
yeah, yeah.
Because I know a lot of us out there we had that parent come to the school and right then and there we
Right,
scared because
right.
it's gonna go down in the
Yeah,
building.
right in the
There's
building.
no
Right,
going home.
right, right,
It's
right.
going down in the
You're
middle.
gonna
Might
get it
be
again when you get home.
right. It
Yeah,
might be in the middle of the
right,
classroom.
Oh,
exactly.
for that,
Yeah,
for
no
sure.
doubt.
You
Yeah,
know. So yeah, we want to touch on those things today,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we hopefully that people chime in and ask questions
yeah,
online
yeah.
or
Give
give
us
us
a
a call
call.
too.
Yeah.
What's the number, brother?
708-223-8953. Please call in and
Yeah,
give us your thoughts.
708-223-8953. Give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call and chime in
Chime
on your
in
thoughts
if you got
about
a
this
question,
or comment.
or comment.
Yeah, you know.
If you ain't like what I said, please call me and tell me.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, so it's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, as far as the child raising now as opposed to back in the day, I remember when we were coming up, like if you were like misbehaving in the neighborhood, one of the neighbors could pull you to the side and discipline you and then take you home
And get some more.
and you get some more. And they tell
Uh,
you, hey, I just saw your child doing whatever, whatever. So I smacked him upside his head. And my parents would say, well, thank you. And now we gonna smack him upside his head. So once they found out what was done, what I did wrong, and then I'm gonna get it again. Now I don't know about in Illinois, but in Indiana, if somebody sees you discipline your child in a store, like in Walmart or in a store, a public establishment, and I'm not talking about beating them. I'm just talking about like, sit your butt down. I told you you can't do this, whatever. Somebody calls the police
Yeah, your
and you will go to
CPS.
jail,
Yeah.
man.
oh yeah,
Child Protective Services. So now you have to prove, based on this one incident, that you're a fit parent.
yeah.
Like I
Uh,
said, I don't know how it is here, but that's how it is in Indiana.
yes,
It's
it's
in
Illinois, same
Indianapolis.
way.
If
It's that
you,
all over.
yeah,
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 same
you
way.
you 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 smack your child upside the head on the butt, and again, not maliciously beating the child, just like, didn't I
Hmm.
tell you you can't have that or put that back, pop, and somebody sees that, pick up the phone,
Yeah,
and
you going to
before you get
jail.
out of the store, you being accosted by the police.
You
Yeah.
going to jail.
And child protective services are getting involved, and now you've got to determine, you got to go to court to prove that you're a fit parent just because you pop your child upside the head.
Mm.
It's crazy. But like you said, back in the day, man, you parents come up to school, you getting your butt whooped,
Man,
maybe right there in front of all your classmates.
what you think?
You know,
I mean,
I mean, honestly, it's crazy. I think those rules that's set in place now is the backlash that we get now. This is what we get.
mm-hmm.
No discipline in the house. and these kids just running
Yeah,
wild.
yeah,
That's what
running
you get.
rapid. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You got kids want to be grown before
Yeah,
their time.
yeah,
They want to do things, and it's no
yeah.
consequence.
They want to do what they want to
Yeah,
do.
there's no
You know.
consequence. Yeah, I mean, your mother or your father hit you, they picking up the phone, they calling the
Right,
police.
right.
Yeah.
So it's really no discipline, and where there's no discipline, look what you get.
True. True
Yeah.
that. I
A
mean,
lot of
you
these
coming up
parents.
now, I mean, I know me coming up as a youngin', I used to feel my father's name. You bring it up, I'm gonna tell your father.
Hmm. Right, right.
Hmm.
That straightened me right up
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I didn't want that wrath. You know what I'm saying? I did
Hmm.
not want that. Even if he, even if you was wrong, I didn't want you to bring him in a
hmm
situation because he just he didn't appreciate my name even coming
right,
up.
right,
What was you doing for your name to
right.
come up? You
Exactly.
know what I
Yeah, yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And I mean, when I was young, I mean, man, I couldn't stand it. I don't want to dog my father online, bless his soul, but
He might be listening.
he
No,
listening
he listening.
somewhere. He
He
listening
listening.
somewhere. But we had a man. We was going at it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And back then, I understand. I just think this man is just
Right,
crazy.
right,
He
right.
just want to get you for every little thing you know, me on that you do. You know, or you didn't do.
Hmm.
You know, that he thought you did. But in hindsight, I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, if it wasn't for that, you know
Right.
what I'm
He
saying?
made you
Exactly.
into
Yeah.
a man.
Yeah, it made me into a man.
Hmm.
It taught me discipline, man.
Right.
It taught me discipline. And when I came up, I always said it though, you know, when had children that I wasn't gonna do it like that. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? I didn't say I wasn't gonna, discipline my
Right, right, right.
kids. Of course, my kids, if they listening, they know. You know what I'm saying? We got down. you know, I mean, if I had to get them, I got them. But it wasn't to the extreme that my father
Right.
took us through. And that sometimes I wonder, should I be more extreme? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
Because I know now it's little or nothing out there,
Right, right, right.
and like you said, I mean, the government getting more involved in your home, telling you what you can and cannot do with your
Right,
child,
right,
but then at the same time they're wondering why we got a bunch of them downtown smashing and grabbing
right,
and
right.
you know what I'm saying. Then they want to point the finger at you like this is your child,
Hmm. Right.
but you telling me what I can't do
What you
with them.
can
You know
and
what I'm
cannot do.
saying?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these parents, man, are scared of their kids.
Yeah,
You know, they're like, I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm gonna let the police handle it. I'm gonna let the CPS handle it. And yeah, a lot of
So
parents are like afraid to to
because
to be parents.
not to cut you off, it's just the backlash
Yeah.
because the government is involved, the police is involved early on when you're supposed to
Right.
discipline them and instill in them, hey, right from wrong.
Right.
When they get older, it's too late
Yeah. It's
now.
too
Is
late.
they running wild?
Right.
It's like
Exactly.
mama don't know what to do.
Hmm.
They too big for you to hit them.
Right.
that's true. I mean, and like I said, I mean, you a grown man living in a house where your child is challenging you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where your child is basically fighting you to be the king in your
Right.
house. You know
Exactly.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Or vice versa. When like my daughter, I want my wife to um basically come at her when she need to come at her. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? My wife, she a little bit reluctant in doing the discipline part in my house, which is natural, because that's really the man's job.
Hmm.
But I don't want my daughter to feel like she can do or
Right.
say
What?
anything
Yeah.
to my wife,
Right.
even when I'm not there,
Right.
because she definitely won't do it when I'm there.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But I don't want to feel like she got that freedom to do that when I'm not there.
Right.
So I tell my wife, I was like, you need to get her when she need to be got. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You should not have a child in your house feel like they can do or say
Whatever.
whatever they
Yeah.
want to you in your house that you pay for, that you putting clothes on their back, feeding them, and they get the freedom to say and do what they want to do in
Yeah.
your house.
Nah.
Oh, that's a problem. That's a
Yeah,
problem.
Yeah. It's definitely a problem.
Yeah.
super problem.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
where.
and if you don't nip it in the bud when they're younger,
Exactly.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
can't do anything about it once
I
they get
mean,
older.
it's a straight up battle once
Yeah.
they become a teenager.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's a,
they run in the house almost.
right.
Then when you want to put them out, they tear up, they busting windows out, they
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
disrespecting, they doing everything under the sun. And
Yeah.
it's like this is the backlash we get. This is the aftermath
Hmm.
of these rules that's set in place.
Mhm.
I think taking the discipline out the household is terrible. This is what we get.
Yeah.
You look around, this is what we get.
Yes, what you
And that's just not with black people, all
All
people.
people, yeah.
Yeah, I remember like I said, I have 4 boys, man, coming up. Man, I made sure I stayed in the gym because of them. For me, a part of it was because of them.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
because I had some boys that big, my height. You know what I'm
Yeah, you got to
saying?
get with them.
Man, they playing sports. They in the gym all the time at school. You know, and it just take one disagreement
Right.
He can
and
go left.
right and make it feel like he can step to me. I'm like, and you have to be up to for that challenge
Right.
whenever that come, because as soon as that challenge come and you don't meet it, there you
It's
go.
over.
It's
Right.
over
It's
with.
over.
The
Yeah.
tables are
You
turned.
got one
It's
time
over.
to shine.
Yes,
If you
them
don't
tables are
shine,
Yeah.
turned.
it's
It's
over.
over. It's
Yeah,
over.
It's
the
over.
tables are turned. Now, who's the parent?
Right. Exactly.
Now you can't tell them no. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can I go here?
No, they're not even gonna ask.
Right. Oh
You know,
yeah. Or they're not gonna even
Yeah.
ask.
It's just
Just
gonna
gonna take
happen.
it.
Yeah. It's just gonna do what they got to do because they're
Right.
gonna feel that I've stepped to him and he wasn't able to accept the challenge. So now the roles are reversed. I don't have to listen to you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm going to do. This is going to be. And at that point, like you say, the battle was already lost.
And
You
and,
know.
and, and all this stuff is biblical too, man. It says in the Bible, whoop your kids. I ain't gonna beat them. Hold on, whoop your kids.
Spare the
Spare the
rod,
rod,
spoil
spoil
the
the
child.
child. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
get them with that rod of correction.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is. The rod of correction. You correcting them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They're going down that wrong direction.
Right.
You correcting them,
Yeah.
turning them. You know what I'm
Exactly. Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
No, you can't do this. You need to go this way.
Right.
You know, and we missed that. We missing that mark now.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Instead, we letting them lead and let them go in
Yeah.
the direction they want
Right.
to
That
go
they want to
to,
go into. Yeah.
and they've coming back to us with issues now. Now we in and out of courtrooms with them,
Right.
bailing them out from here and there. Now we got to deal with the kids because they locked up. You know what I'm saying? And they can't fend for their own
Right.
kids and stuff like that. I mean, granted, I'm not saying that 100% this stuff
Right. Right.
not gonna happen to people that do discipline their child,
Right.
but you have better success rate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. You gotta put your foot down.
You
At
gotta
some
put your
point,
foot
man.
down, you know? And that just going inside what I'm talking about as far as who's out there for my daughter. Because
Hmm.
my daughter can't and I won't have her bring anybody to me.
Right.
You're not gonna be a knucklehead and date my daughter.
Yeah.
If my daughter brings a knucklehead to me, me and her having some problems, me, her, and him, let's say
Right.
that, me, her, and him gonna have problems. We're gonna have so much problems. He gonna run. He ain't gonna want to be with that. He's not gonna want to
Yeah.
sit with and deal with me. He's not gonna want to deal with me. It's like the what is that? Bad Boys when when he brought who was this nephew? Who was this boy at the door? You know what I'm saying? It'll be just like that. Believe me. And it's for the best of me and her.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly. Yeah.
saying?
She might not understand it at the time, but
Right.
yeah, it's for the best.
Yeah, I got two girls myself, right?
I
Tell
got
you this.
boys.
Tell you the story. My daughter, she goes with the school with a friend. We call him his friend, her friend. And so she asked me, Dad, we got this friend. I said, okay, what's to him? She's like, all right, we go to school together. We just friends. Whoop, whoop. Come on, man. I'm older than you. I'm your dad, so I know what that means. You got a little boy you liking on, and he liking on you. So
Right, right.
I go to parent teachers conference one day, right? And I go to the conference. So the teacher's looking all crazy, she's a good student, she's straight A student. So we having our sit down, we having our little powwow. And she said, the teacher tells me, oh, your daughter, she like this boy. I'm like, yeah, I already got the heads up on that. But she was like, I'm just here to let you know that he's not a knucklehead. He's he's a good student and she's making him better.
Right.
So, man, I'm like, let me be the judge of that.
Right.
So one day I agreed. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna meet this little kid. So I'm like,
What's the
well,
age on this?
man, at the time they was 17. She's 18 now.
She 18. Oh.
Yeah. So, you know, in high school thing. So uh, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna meet the little guy. So I'm like, we just gonna go do pizza. Let's invite him out for pizza, right? So they agreed. You know, I got the mother's number, the father's number, so we communicating back and forth. So we set this meeting up. So I'm just expecting, you know, them to drop
Right.
him off to me. So it's me, my wife, both of my daughters. So we want to meet him. So we come as a package deal.
Right.
If you got to deal with her, you're dealing with all.
Exactly.
Right.
Did I get a surprise? When they dropped him off, it was his mother, his father, and his little brother. They said, "Oh no, we all going to eat." And it was like a match made in heaven. I'm like, "Oh man, I wasn't expecting this." So
Right.
y'all rocking how we rocking.
Right.
So this can be a good thing. And here it is, almost 2 years later. He a good kid. They finna get ready to graduate high school, go to college. I mean, the relationship is super tight with the family. You know, we communicate
Right.
every little thing they do. Everywhere we go is a pickup and a drop off, and
Right.
it's a highly communication.
Right.
Is y'all gonna do it? We gonna do it.
Right.
Don't worry about it. I got.
Right.
I said, oh, this everything I can ask for.
Right.
I guess it is the same way. I mean, I'm
But
kind
you,
of biased now because I just got the daughter at home now. The guys basically left. So, but I guess it is, you know, the other way around too. They want the best for their
Right.
son
son
Right.
too,
also.
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what do we have to offer?
Right.
What do your daughter have to offer to my son?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Like when my boys was coming up, I treated the my wife, woman in the house,
Mhm.
like I wanted them to treat
Right.
their women, whoever they with, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying, when they come up. So they didn't see no physical
Right.
abuse,
Right. Right.
no verbal
Right.
abuse,
Right.
no nothing like that. They seen me go to work every day,
Mhm.
come home, deal with them, be in the forefront. It's the guy that, when stuff went down, I was right there, you
Right.
know what I'm saying, to handle whatever need to be taken down when it comes to the discipline part with them. They seen all that. And I made it a point for them to see them. I made a point for them never to see us argue. Sometimes it might seek
Right.
out every now and then, but try not to argue in front of them. Try not to, do things that I didn't want them,
Right.
the same thing that I want them to do when
Right.
they
Right.
leave. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And I constantly talk to them and make sure that, the girls that they're with, you know what I'm saying, that they're treating them right. Because that's a reflection of you too.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with my daughter. Not try to, have my wife show her the same way, how to treat her husband when she gets out there, that she would be that good example, or for her daughters, you know what I'm saying, also. That's how you keep that cycle
Right.
going,
Exactly.
And it goes back to many episodes. It just starts in the household. The foundation is laid at home.
Yeah, yes.
Once you lay that foundation at home, hey, I mean, we don't really know how children are going to turn out,
Right.
but once you lay that
Yeah.
foundation,
Yeah.
you got a good chance,
Yeah.
a,
You just
a,
guide
a,
them in
a
the right way. You
high
show them the right
chance
things, and you
of them
guide them. Yeah.
doing right and taking
Yeah.
those principles
Mhm.
and going out into the world, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I got four boys. They all, basically grew up same way, same household. Some went different directions. Some went, you know, on directions that, on the right course. Some went a little bit to the left,
Right.
but they, making their way back.
Right.
It's the thing about it is you plant that seed.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
You plant that seed, you know what I'm saying, and hopefully it festers at some point.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That they get the grasp of it. Some catch on quicker than
Right. Yeah.
others.
Exactly.
Some
Yeah.
think that, like when I was coming up, I felt like some of the stuff I heard, you know, I'm not doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not what I want to do. But then later on to come to
Yeah.
find
It
out
comes back.
that's
Yeah.
that's the
That was
right
what you
way to
should have
do it.
done. Right. Right. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of children, they think their way, is the best way. With my parents or my father, my mom, they're showing me this example that works for them. It's not that might not work for me. And then once they veer off, and then at some point they try to get back into the right way, which is what you hope anyway. If they don't get it, like you say, if they don't, some get it right away, and some of them don't. It might take them a minute.
Yeah.
They got to go explore their own thing for a while and say, you know what, this isn't working.
My mother, Mama Patty, she made a point too that I kind of, you know, think about a lot too. She said genetics play a big part
Hmm.
of, the outcome of your child.
Right.
I truly do believe that genetics do play a part. It does play a part, but at the same time we still got to work,
Yeah. Yeah.
to curve that. The outcome might not be what you want it to be.
Right.
I mean, they walk as they walk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if they decide that this is the direction that they
Right.
going, God, that's what God took them.
Right.
That's what God
Yeah.
took them
Yeah.
to. You know?
All you can do is show them what you believe is the right way.
Yeah.
Show them, put them on the correct path, and you would hope, I mean, if it's instilled in them at a young enough age, you would hope that they're receptive to that. But like again, like you say, some people, some children, it might take them a minute.
Yeah.
They might feel, well, that's I want to do this. I think I can, do it this way.
Right.
And all you can do is pray for them and wish them well. I mean, you're still gonna love them. That's your child, but you just hope that at some point, if they veer off the path, you hope at some point they get back on it.
Yeah, that phone number again is 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953. Call in if you got a question or a comment.
And you're listening to the Make It Happen podcast on IntellectualRadio.com.
So wait a minute though. That the question that was posed on our chat, should the daughter should the man pay for the first
Mm.
date?
I
Well, let
think,
me let me say something real
yeah,
quick
yeah.
to my daughter, Kendall. Kendall, if you're out there listening, if that's a question in the date, you with the wrong guy. Get out the car, come back home. Daddy'll take you out to dinner. Don't worry about it. If that's a question on your first date, even the second one, be honest with you. Give me a call. I'll come get you. I will come get you, and we can go out to dinner. I'll take care of
Yeah,
it.
that's pretty much how I feel. I mean, that's a given, man. A man's supposed to front the
Yeah,
bill.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Until we together and we really together, I'll feel comfortable with the
yeah,
woman. All right, I'm taking you to lunch.
right.
Okay. But
Right.
to me, that's just
Yeah, yeah, me
me.
too. First
I
date,
mean,
yeah, cash
others might
come out the pocket.
disagree,
Yeah,
but
yeah, I
it's
feel that.
different, this day and age.
Right,
But
right. I feel
me,
that way too, man. If you're taking a woman out, you're
you
supposed to pay. I mean, that's just
unless y'all just
right.
together, then it's like, okay, she might want to take you out to
Exactly. Right,
lunch.
right, right. Unless
I
y'all,
mean, y'all on y'all fifth, sixth date, whatever. She want to fit that bill. I get it on
right.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
But the first date,
yeah.
that shouldn't even be no
That shouldn't
question to
be a
me.
question.
You know what I
Yeah, yeah,
mean? Uh,
yeah. First time
if
we
you can't
going out.
afford to take my daughter out on that first date, then you come back when you're ready
Right,
because you're not ready.
right.
you know. But I mean that's just in the world we're living in now. It's like it's too many young sisters accepting that.
Mm.
They paying for the first, second, and third date
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
driving.
exactly. Yeah. And it doesn't. And it
And
doesn't. Right.
driving.
And it doesn't. And it doesn't make. Because a lot of females have said to me years ago that they. How was it put to me that it makes them feel like they're less than. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Well, I'm equal to a man. I can pay my own way. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do. A man paying for a woman or opening a door for a woman doesn't mean that the woman can't do this. It doesn't mean that well, I think you're too uh, sensitive, too weak. Let me get this door for you. And no, I can open the door myself, but it's not about that. I know you can open the door yourself.
Mhm.
This doesn't say that you're not capable of being a leader, of being a strong, independent woman. I'm just opening the door for you because that's the way I was raised.
Right.
It's no reflection on you. I'm paying for this meal because that's the way I was raised. It was. It's not. It doesn't mean that you can't afford it. That you can't go into your pocket and carry your own weight. So a lot of women I spoke to about this when I was younger, that was the attitude that a lot of them had. And so I don't know if that's still pervasive now, because again, I haven't been out, but it's but yeah, I think a man should pay on the first date. I think a man should pay. Period. I mean, that's just me.
You know, I
But like you
mean,
say, if that's an agreement that, hey, well, baby, I'll get the next meal, whatever. I mean, if that's what she wants to do, fine. But I don't think it's a question, like you say, first date, a guy should just pay. I mean, that's just
right, it should be,
yeah.
to me, it should
It's
be
not even a
automatic.
question.
You know, it
Exactly.
shouldn't
It's
even
not
be,
even a question.
it shouldn't even be,
But
it
Yeah,
should be to be understood
yeah,
already.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. It's not
but
even a
but the,
question.
but these days, I just don't know what's going on in the world because it's like the women are the men and the men are the women.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
The women are out working dudes.
Hmm.
Mhm.
They're more solid than dudes. Guys around here gossiping like
Yeah,
women. They want to sit at home and play the game all day. They want a woman to take care of them
yeah.
like they their mother.
Right.
Just like it's just different. It's just a different
Like yeah,
time we living
yeah.
in. It's
Like I
just
said before, it's the definition of what a man is. See, a lot of women when they bash men, when they say there are no men out here, I truly believe that they're mistaking men for males with penises. Every male who has a penis is not a man,
True.
and a lot of women need to differentiate that. You know, you know, men ain't this, men ain't that. Man, no, you are just attracting the wrong kind of individuals. What is it with you that's making you attract these type of guys? You know what I'm saying?
Is
There's
it?
something that you need to change about yourself if these are the type of males that you're attracting. There are men out here. There are plenty men out here.
I would pose a question like, man, do you think that today's society, the women in today's society, is too receptive of BS from men? I mean,
Yeah, I think so. Cause
or
yeah, I
we
think
call
so.
them boys.
Yeah, I think so. I think so because a lot of women just don't want to be alone, and they feel they have to accept anything, just to have somebody. You know what I'm saying? and
good
and
point.
that's not true. And there's a lot of guys out here who prey on that. You know,
Do you think it's maybe it's the fact that it's not enough real men to go around,
no, I
that
think it's enough.
women are just settling for what they got?
I think it's enough men out here. A lot of men. Uh, no, let me rephrase that. A lot of males with penises are intimidated by women who can hold their own, and there are a lot of women who who like the control of being able to manipulate this guy, or being in a situation where like they have the upper hand, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm taking care of you. You don't do this. You don't have anything. You living in my house, and so on and so forth. And there are a lot of males who will accept that. They don't want to do anything. Like you say, they stay home and play video games all day, and the woman goes out and does what she needs to do for the household. She works, she handles all the bills or whatever the case may be. She gives this guy allowances, gives him, whatever. Hey, baby, I'm gonna go out hang out with my boys. Here's X amount of money. And I won't say all, but there's a percentage of women who like that control. But then there's some women who want to be with a man. Women don't want to have to be the male and the female. They don't want to have to make all decisions. They want to be women. They want to be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They
Yeah,
want to
I
It's
be
get
too
you.
women.
much of.
You know?
It's too many. I don't know. I see a lot of young guys today that's like stuff that back in the day when I was coming up as a young man, that it just came natural for
Hmm.
me to do as a man, to
Right.
do this, or as a man not to like ask for money when I was young. It was supposed to be. It's supposed. If you're a man, it's supposed to take a lot for you to pick up the phone and ask anybody to do anything for you. You know what I mean? It's supposed to bother you that you have to borrow money from somebody. Not to saying that this doesn't happen,
Right. Right. Right.
or you shouldn't. Let your pride get you to the point where making your family starve or something like that. But it's supposed to bother you on the inside that you have to do this as a man. You know what I mean?
That you can't provide for your family.
That you can't provide for your family. You know what I'm saying? It should bother you that you see your wife, your girl getting up in the morning, going to work, and you have nowhere to go. It should
Yeah, it should
bother
bother you.
you
Yeah.
that you cannot take care of your child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you won't. or your child needs something and you can't provide that for them,
Mm-hmm.
somebody else doing it.
Right.
I don't care who it is. I don't want for my wife on down to have to be the front runner
Right.
to take care of my
Right.
family and my
Exactly.
kids. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's supposed to eat you up in the inside. Not saying that these things don't happen.
Yeah.
Not saying that life situations won't bring you to the
Mm-hmm.
point where you can't do these things, but it's supposed to bother
Bother
you.
you.
And it doesn't bother a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
A lot of young cats I
Yeah.
know, it don't
It
bother
doesn't bother
them
them at all.
that they don't have to do
Right.
these
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
or they can pick up the phone and ask you for something with nothing. It's nothing for them to go ask you for money, or you know what I'm saying. It's nothing for them.
Yeah.
It doesn't tweak the man inside of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. I mean, it's just you don't really want to pick up the phone. You
Right.
put the phone
Right.
back down. Like maybe don't need to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a lot of that going on. I don't know where that disconnect come from. It's a
It's a
disconnect,
disconnect
man.
somewhere.
I don't know if it's the fact that society has like this pastor I'll be listening to, Pastor Tony Evans, I listen to him all the time. He said, that, the man now has been sissified.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you look all around and it's just softness in the man now. You know what I'm saying? Just soft. No, there's no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't take this. I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just don't want to step up to the challenge no
Yeah.
more.
Right.
Don't want to step up to the plate.
Right. And that's sad.
Yeah.
You know.
So can we say real men are extinct or rare? It's a
Man.
rare
I say
species.
rare. I won't say extinct.
No, we're not
I say
extinct,
rare.
but
It's
You know,
rare
I say
species,
rare
man.
because, like I said, it's just so many guys who are just content with just being like they living with their mama. You know, their woman is like their mama. You know what I'm saying? It's like they, and again, there are some women who like that control to be able to, set the rules, so to speak. Well, you don't have anything. I'm taking care of you. And there are a lot of guys who want that. They don't want anything.
they don't mind it.
They're happy.
Well, that ain't a
Well,
man.
exactly.
Then.
That's what I'm saying. That's just a male with the penis.
That's it.
And it's a lot. It's a lot of women who have settled because
Oh
they
yeah.
just don't want to be alone.
And I just don't understand. I mean, like I tell people all the time, women, especially when I was young, it was my motivator. You know what I'm saying? It was like you do this, look good, get the
For a
car,
woman.
right?
For the
For the
woman.
woman, you want to have a nice car, you want to have a nice apartment. You know what I'm saying? Coming up for the woman. You know what I'm saying? They was your motivator. They was the one that bring you up. You know what I'm saying? If you got with a good one, she bring you up even more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it's like I believe, and just me, that the ladies today, these young women today, and I'm not saying the older ones, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about in the 20s, some in the 30s a little bit, they bar is so low now. It's a lot of stuff
Right.
that they would take from a
Yep.
man.
Yep.
I mean, it's certain stuff that's supposed to make you run. When you talk to this guy that you want to court or whatever, and he decide, tell you, yeah, I haven't worked in 2 years. What we gotta talk about now? You know what I'm saying? I live with my mama. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Can you come pick you up? You know what I'm saying? I mean, these are the things that's supposed to, make
Right.
the girl at least do a pause, sit back, like, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Why you live with your mama? Can we have these questions now? I mean, do these questions even come out
Exactly.
anymore?
Yeah.
Why do you live with your mama? How come you ain't car?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why you without a job in 2 years? What man is without a job in 2 years in your 20s and 30s? You haven't worked in 2 years? You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to these questions supposed to come out and they don't. They couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't be no excuse for these certain things. Like, don't get me wrong, it's life
Right.
situations
Right.
that
Right.
happens.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But you supposed to have you supposed to hit her with this plan that she'd be like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're trying to do."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But not just sitting there like a lot. That's fine with you.
That's crazy. But I think we just living in the age of acceptance. People accept anything for acceptance. We just want to be accepted.
Yeah.
This is the time we living in, and this been going on for how long Facebook and all that stuff been around? Man, a little over a decade.
Yeah,
We're a decade or more into
yeah,
the I want to be accepted era.
yeah.
So I'll do anything. I'll be with him if the Instagram pictures look
Right,
good,
right,
or
right.
I'll be with her if the Instagram look. Everything is a illusion at this point.
That's
It's
true.
no more real, like you said. It's nothing solid no more. Everything is for a like or a look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like it's pretty much rare that you find a man and a woman who really rocking and ready to go the distance with each other
With each
through
other,
thick
yeah.
and thin, right or wrong, ups and downs and rounds and about.
But it's supposed to be, you know, when you get with that whoever, that person's supposed to help you get better.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
Not leave you down there where you at.
It's all
You
about the
know what I'm saying?
progression, man, the
Ah,
elevation. You elevate each other, you inspire each other.
exactly. They're supposed to make you get better. And
Right.
I just want to say a shout out to all my young women out there. Help me help these young brothers. Stop accepting this BS from them,
Yeah,
man.
for
You know
real.
what I'm saying? You come across these guys that don't have jobs, no car, and still they stay with their mama for no reason. Come on. Tell them that's not acceptable to you. You know what I mean? That is
Gotta
not
keep it moving.
acceptable. Keep it moving. And I guarantee you, they gonna try to if
Yeah,
enough of you tell them no and tell them
they
why,
will get
they
their
would
act
change
together.
it.
Yeah,
They
they
would
will
change it.
change. They will
Because they
change.
want you.
You know.
Believe me, that haven't left them. The fact that
Yeah,
they want a woman,
yeah.
that haven't left. They want you still. But if they eat they if it's so easy for them to get the
Right,
prize,
right. Then
you
what's
know what I'm
the
saying?
point?
What's the
Yeah,
work hard
yeah. What's the
to, for?
point?
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
pretty much when we came up in that era, if you see a lady you want, you're gonna do whatever it is to
Right.
get her. Now, like you said, the women are making it so easy for these dudes. You really want her. She really got it going. She really can uplift you.
Mhm.
But if you got this one here that's gonna have you sitting at home playing the game
Right,
and giving you allowance, you ain't even chasing what you
right.
really want.
Yeah,
You settling.
settling.
You. There's the acceptance
Yeah,
era. You accept
yeah,
anything.
Let me not have a job and my wife going out there. Shout out to Blended Nutrition. Y'all check out Blended Nutrition in Berkeley. You know what I'm saying? We open 6 days a week. Come on out and check us out, Berkeley, Illinois. Blended Nutrition. Let my wife happen to go to work, and I'm off work, and she come home. I'm playing Call of Duty. It's supposed to be an explosion in the house. I mean, it's supposed to be an explosion. It's
Right,
supposed to
right.
be like, what are you doing in here playing this damn game? And I've been out here working all this day. Ain't no food ready, nothing like that. You waiting
Right,
for me to cook food. It's supposed to be an
right.
explosion to the
Exactly.
point where I don't want to be in here.
Right.
I'm gonna be gone when
Yeah.
she come home. You know what I'm saying? These cats come there now, they kick their feet up. Hey, baby, you home? What we gonna cook? What we gonna eat now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just waiting on them. You know, and this stuff is not acceptable. And I'm telling you, if I'm telling you from a man's standpoint, y'all change that. Change these cats that they have their pants down to their knees when walking with you. Come on, if you don't like it, they gonna change it. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like it, they gonna change it.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
I just got a, text from Mr. Ringo. He says he's in the middle of a light show, so he can't do a tip today. I told him to text us a tip.
You know he eating right now. Stop
Yeah,
it.
man.
Not stop like to stop eating and
Shout
handle
out to
business.
Ringo, man.
Ringo, what's up, brother?
Good dude, good brother,
Good
man.
brother, man. Yeah, good brother, man. Good to eat too.
AD,
Love to eat. Love
AD,
to eat.
if you in the sound of my voice, you can text us a Ringo's daily tip. You can cover for Mr. Ringo.
She
Mrs.
love
Ringo, send us a daily tip.
she said she loved them tips. We wonder was they rib tips, fingertips? What you talking about? What tips you like?
Yeah, man.
But you know he got daughters too. You
Yeah,
know, and
exactly. Yeah.
you know we and I'm like I said, I'm trying to get my boys out there to be that guy. You
Mhm.
know, to take care of their women, man.
Right.
You know, they come to me with for advice on certain things and stuff, and like my friends, don't come to me if you don't want the
Right. You
rawness,
don't want the truth. Yeah.
and I get
Yeah.
it to them
Yeah.
like, dude, you need to handle that. This is you. That's how you supposed to do.
Right.
That's what you supposed to take care of. You know, and my son, one of my boys, he's struggling
Mhm.
with the position. But you see that he's trying.
He's
He
trying,
asking
right,
questions.
right.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think I'm supposed to be doing here? You know what I'm saying? And that's nothing wrong with that. But to not want to be the man is the problem.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a man. Be by
By
yourself.
yourself, right,
You know what I'm saying? Don't have no kids. No, go be by yourself.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't want to step up to the plate, then you messing other people's lives up too. Because now that you don't want to take up the step to the plate, now the wife got to step up to the
Mhm.
plate, the
Right,
grandmother, the
right,
grandfathers. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying? Now we all got to step up to the
Yep,
plate
yep,
because you don't want to.
yep.
You know?
Right.
Women should be tired of having to be the male and the female in the relationship.
Right.
Women want to be women. They want to be treated as women. They don't want to have to go out and wear both hats. But in a lot of situations, that's what they have to do. Because of the guys that they choose to be with, and that's unfortunate. But again, if they don't do anything about it, it's never going to change.
No.
You know,
I
you
mean,
have
it
to.
takes an effort on both
Yeah,
sides. You
exactly.
know what I
Yeah, yeah.
mean? We got, like I said, we need men, young men out here, the young boys, whatever, need to find out what it is to be a man
Hmm.
and strive towards
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Just strive towards it. Try to get better in the situation. It's not a thing that happens overnight, of course not. And it's a lifelong journey to be a real
A
man.
real
I mean,
man.
it's gonna take you for your lifetime to be that perfect dude. You know, because you're gonna always come up short in some area. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but it's always the task of just trying. You know what I'm saying? And everybody sees effort. You know what we do and what we don't see, and what we do see is not effort. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We see people out here that don't want the position,
Hmm.
but they want the prize
Right.
though.
Exactly.
They want
Yeah.
the salary,
Yeah. Yeah.
but they
Yep.
don't want
They
the
want.
position.
Yep. They don't
You
want.
know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep. You got to put in the work, man.
You
But
gotta
like I
put in the
said, it's
work.
all about progression and elevation. If you don't put in the work to progress, you won't elevate.
All right.
It's just that simple.
This is just that's the formula.
Yeah.
You work, you reap the
Yep.
benefits. You don't work, you get nothing
You
out
get
of it.
nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
That's in life, work,
That's with anything.
relationships,
Yeah. Yeah. Work,
family,
relationships, anything.
friendship.
Yep.
If you don't put the work in, you get nothing out of it. You get what you put in.
Hmm.
What kind of guy you want for your daughter?
Somebody like me,
Yeah.
who relentless, who won't lay down, who's gonna go beyond measures to make sure his family is safe,
Hmm.
uh, do what he gotta do financially.
In other words, he wants a real man. He wants
Yeah,
a man for his
she needs
daughter.
a man.
She
She
needs a
needs a
man.
man.
Right. Exactly.
And I kind of, I know it's a high school thing,
Right. Right.
but it's puppy love. Like me and my wife, we grew together. We was together 21 years before we even got married.
Right. Right.
We actually grew up from the sandbox all the way up.
Hmm.
We was together for 21 years before we even tied the knot.
Right.
Now I'm coming up on my second year anniversary. So we working on
Oh,
23 years.
congratulations.
Oh yeah. February 20th. And
Congratulations, bro.
yeah, appreciate it, man. But yeah, you want somebody like you.
Yeah.
If you consider yourself a real man,
Right.
you're gonna go beyond measures to make sure we protect it, we financially straight. I don't care. We gotta go all pick up
Mhm.
cans on the side of the
Right.
road to make sure we all right. That's what we
Yeah.
doing. But and we moving as a unit.
Yeah.
My preference first and foremost for him to be God fearing.
Mhm.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying? I mean, if the man God fearing, that means somebody over him, and I think that's a lot of a issue that we got nowadays. That a lot of people roll the way they want to roll when that's not how it's supposed to go.
Mhm.
So if you God fearing, then you set by a standard. You're working towards a blueprint that's already in place for you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's first and foremost for me. Yeah, I want somebody that's gonna treat my daughter like I did or better.
Mhm.
You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? That's what I tell her all the time. I tell her all the time, if he don't treat you like I treat you or better, then that's not the dude for you. You know what I'm saying? Let him try to outdo me. That's what I want. I want that dude that
Right.
does me. You know what I'm saying? Let him outdo me. And that's we can go from there.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, when I walk my daughter down that aisle and give her to him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm giving you to me. I'm giving her to him.
Right.
You know, and that means all the
Right.
responsibility,
Exactly.
all the nurturing and everything that I provide to my daughter. This
Right.
is what you're supposed to do
Right.
now.
It's your job.
It's your
This is
job.
your job now,
Right.
and it should not come back to me. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be able to take care of
Right.
this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that's what it's all about.
Mhm.
You know, and that's the guy I want. That's the guy I need. You know what I'm saying, for my daughter, and I'm a fight. Hey, I'm gonna go down swinging, fighting tooth and nail
Right.
for that
For
guy,
that, yeah.
because I know how important that is. Like we always say, you know, as far as the foundation is, you know, the foundation starts with the man.
Mhm.
So if my daughter go out there and get a knucklehead, then I
Exactly.
know her foundation is
Yup.
weak at that
Yup.
point. You know what I'm saying? And not and then have a child by the him. Oh my God, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Exactly.
And that's a whole nother issue
Mhm.
that I'm gonna have to we're gonna have to deal
Right.
with
Exactly.
for the rest of our
Yup.
lives. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever your daughter get with, and if they have a child by that person, you have to deal with that
Mhm.
guy and his family
Right.
Mm-hmm.
For the
for the
rest of
rest
your
of your
life.
For the
life.
Yup.
rest of your life.
For the rest of your life, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I would love for my children choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? For me and your
Right.
sake,
Exactly.
choose wisely. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Exactly.
Well,
Uh,
that foundation laid when you lay it in the house, man. They pay attention
yeah,
Mhm.
they
more than you
do.
think.
Yeah, they do. Cause
Like I got the daughters. Look, this is what a man's supposed to do.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get you point A to point B
Right.
safely. I'm gonna provide you all the finances you need. I'm gonna give a comfortable roof over your head. You see me with your mother. We've been together your whole life.
Right.
You hadn't seen nothing different. You don't see no different girls or no different dudes
Mhm.
running in and out.
Right.
Nothing is separated. We moving as a unit. So hopefully you paying attention to
Right.
this. So you're not even taking his
Right.
whatever he got luggage he bringing to the table. It better be good
Right.
luggage because we ain't accepting
We
that.
ain't accepting
Because you didn't see that. You didn't come up like that. This is what you saw.
it.
A
Mhm.
man going to work, taking care of his family.
Right.
A man being there for his daughters.
Mhm.
I hadn't missed a birthday or parent teachers conference or assembly or recital or
Right.
nothing. This is what a man's supposed to
Mhm.
do.
Yep.
This is what real men supposed to
Right.
do.
Lord knows there's plenty of them
It
out
ain't
here
even
want to go
about
to.
it ain't even it ain't even about all the money you can
Right.
provide. That we gonna throw that out the window.
Out the window.
No, right.
Time and love.
Mhm.
That's what we need around here. Finances too. We want to be secure, but
Right, right.
but all the money in the world, the love, man, the
Yep.
love got to be there.
I just need you to do your job.
That's
Mhm.
it. That's all.
I need you to do your job. You know, and like you trying to do your job. I'm like I said, life situations you might fall short at sometimes. I'm there. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, do your job and we're gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's what we lack today of guys that's willing to step up for that to that plate and do their job. And like I said, I'm not second accepting nothing less
Right.
than that for my
Right.
child, for
Exactly.
my daughter,
Right. And
if I
women
can.
and women have to do the same thing and accept nothing less for themselves. You know, once that behavior changes, like you said, the guys will wake up and say, "Wait a minute, okay, I need to do something about me." Because as long as the women accept this, there are guys who are going to provide that. You know,
Right.
you want a nothing individual, then I'm going to be that nothing individual for you. You can take care of me.
Well, I buy the
You know,
cow and get the milk for free.
exactly right, right,
Exactly.
You
right.
know,
And
If
they
you
giving it for
right,
free.
they're giving
exactly.
out
You
milk
know,
for free
They
yeah,
paying.
by
yeah,
the
yeah,
quarts.
yeah.
Hell,
You know, it's a lot of guys out here that will, that will provide that. You know, if a woman wants somebody to take care of, it's a whole line of them with their hands up. You know, I'll sit in your apartment all day long. I'll sit in your house all day long while you go out and work. I'll sit here and play video games and get on the phone with my boys and wait for you to get home and feed me.
right.
It's a lot of guys out here that want that. And until women decide that once they know their self worth,
That's a big part of it.
yeah, they say, you know what? I don't have to put up with this because I know who I am. I know what I am as a woman. I know what I have to offer. And you just not it,
Yeah.
you know.
And once they come out, go ahead.
No, I'm about to say sometimes it's vice versa too. You
Yeah.
got good dudes that's going out
Right.
bringing home the bacon and making sure he do everything. Then you got the woman at home. She on this all day, scrolling on Instagram. You won't even cook the man a hot meal. That's the least
Mhm.
we can get, you know.
I mean, like I
But it's
said, it
crazy.
goes both ways, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole dynamic. I'm just so tough on my young men today because I feel like like I said, they that's where it starts from, you know. But yeah, it goes both ways.
Yeah, it
You
does.
know what I'm saying?
You know.
And we have to work with our young women too to become the women for these men to come when they get together because they play a major part in that foundation also. Yeah, you don't want that man to go out doing everything that he's supposed to do and then come home to a woman that's not doing the things that she's supposed to do as a woman.
Right.
You know, not saying that cooking and cleaning is what they
Right.
supposed to
Exactly. Right.
do,
Right. Right.
Exactly.
but
Yep.
whatever
Yep.
thing y'all put in place.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's preface that again. He's not saying that cooking and cleaning
No,
is
that's
all a woman is supposed to do. That's
Right.
not
no.
what he's saying.
Right. We're not saying that, but we all have roles, and that's the thing too. We gotta learn what those are. We all have roles, and we need to play our roles. And
To
sometimes,
make it successful, everybody's got to play their part.
yeah, and sometimes we have situations in our house that maybe the man is doing the cooking, whatever. And
Right.
I mean, you're supposed to make the unit supposed to run
Exactly.
like they
Like you said, like a unit. A
right. It's
clockwork.
supposed to
You
run like
move
a
as a
unit.
unit. Yeah.
However you guys put it together, but it needs to be put together and and put together right.
Well, I just received Ringo's daily tip.
Got it out of him, huh?
Right. Well, he eating rib tips, turkey
Oh,
tips.
Ringo's daily tips are meant to inspire you to make positive change in your life. And since Mr. Ringo isn't here today, we're going to read his daily tip. This is from Leonard Ringo. To be a great leader, you have to be a great follower. Follow those who inspire change. Thank you. You all have been listening to the Making It Happen podcast on IntellectualRadio.com. We appreciate the support. And hopefully next time we can get some of y'all to call in. All right. Take care. See y'all next week. Bye bye.
Echo, don't wanna let it go. Echo, don't wanna let you go. Echo, don't wanna let you go.